Parents get arrested in front of the abortion clinics. I remember going home and seeing stalwarts of the pro-life movement like Reverend Pinto debating abortionists like Bruce Lucero. And so I'm so excited that I was brought up in the pro-life movement as a member of the movement, and I'm excited that you parents who brought your children out here raise them up to respect life, respect the culture of life. I'm honored to be with you this morning. Let me begin by quoting Thomas Jefferson on the proper role of government. Thomas Jefferson wrote, "The care of human life and happiness and not their destruction." The care of human life and happiness and not their destruction is the first and only object of good government. The care of human life, not its destruction. Since 1970, the government, our government, has been complicit in the destruction of human life by funding Planned Parenthood, the largest abortion provider in this country. Since 1970, our government has helped Planned Parenthood destroy the lives of almost 7 million children by abortion. 2 million more than the population of the entire state of Alabama. All the while, government funding for Planned Parenthood has skyrocketed. Since 2000, government funding for Planned Parenthood has more than doubled, from $202 million annually to over $525 million of our tax funds going to Planned Parenthood year after year. Our government's funding of Planned Parenthood composes more than 41% of its total revenue. We as citizens have the right to demand good government. We have the right to demand that our government not promote and fund the destruction of innocent human life. We have the right not to be made accomplices in the killing of children through the misuse of our tax dollars. The government's funding of Planned Parenthood must end, and it must end now. You know, the videos presently being released by the Center for Medical Progress, and God bless them, reveal only the latest in a long line of Planned Parenthood's history of illegal, immoral, and scandalous activities. Planned Parenthood staff has been caught giving advice on how to obtain abortions for underage prostitutes. They've been caught advising underage girls on how to travel to other states to obtain abortions without parental consent. They've been caught advocating for sex-selective abortions. But these videos, these recently released videos, are a different type of scandal for Planned Parenthood. In these videos, we see firsthand the callous manner in which Planned Parenthood treats life. We hear the crack of a baby's skull. We see the dismembered body of a baby 12 weeks in the womb. We hear the staff discussing its organs. We hear one staff member declare, "It's a boy." How can anyone see and hear things like this and yet refuse to believe that what these videos depict is anything other than the intentional destruction of human life, followed by the sale of human body parts? Planned Parenthood must be defunded. Amen. On the state level, I want to applaud Governor Bentley for taking steps to end the state funding for Planned Parenthood. If our U.S. Senate can't do the right thing and vote to defund Planned Parenthood, at least Governor Bentley has done the right thing for the taxpayers of Alabama by cutting off state Medicaid funding for Planned Parenthood. Of course, the fight to defund Planned Parenthood is just one battle in a larger war. We know that life begins at conception, defined as fertilization. It's self-evident, and anyone who says they believe otherwise is lying to themselves or, like Planned Parenthood, is trying to sell something. We must fight, and we cannot rest until all preborn children are treated with the same dignity to which every person is entitled. Until we as a country recognize that all life is sacred, from the moment of fertilization until natural death, and until we extend to the unborn the blessings of liberty and the equal protection of the law enshrined in our Constitution. My prayer for all of us today is that God would continue to strengthen us, to renew us in a spirit of perseverance, and a resolve to continue to fight for the lives of preborn children. My prayer for our political leaders is that they will do what is right enact laws that respect and dignify the lives of all persons, born and preborn. My prayer for our country is that we will turn from our wicked path, acknowledge the value and sanctity of all human life. Thank you for allowing me to join you this morning. May God continue to bless us as we fight for that glorious day where we can say the battle is over, we have won, and every life is protected under law.